everyone, welcome back to my channel, and hello if you are new. So this is a video that I thought would be perfect to film right about now because I'm currently 4 months postpartum. Our little boy Jonah has recently just turned 4 months, and as a first time mum, I think it's fair to say that when you are looking into what you're going to need, it can be so overwhelming because there are so many different products available, there are so many recommendations from everybody. So I just thought it'd be helpful to share some of my top things that I have used whilst our baby boy has been so young, in kind of the first 0 to 3 months, and some of the essentials that I have found to be lifesavers. So get yourself a nice drink. I've got a nice hot cup of tea. It's absolutely chucking it down outside, but the autumnal lover inside me is kind of enjoying it, I have to admit. And I just wanted to say that none of the products in this video are gifted or ads. I haven't worked with the branding or brands in any kind of collaboration or anything like that at all. These are all just products that I legitimately, genuinely have used whilst Jonah has been a newborn, and that I've really enjoyed. So I've just done a list on my phone in no particular order, but these are some of the items that just immediately came to mind when I thought about filming this video, because like I say, we use these day in, day out, all the time, and we have just found them to really work for us. Obviously it goes without saying, I'm not a medical professional and every baby is so different, and that's another thing I've learned actually. Every mother's journey is also so different, but these are just some of our favourites, so I hope that they might help. And it also goes without saying, but there are loads of things that I've probably missed out or I could definitely expand on further. So if you wanted to see kind of a follow-up, a second video to this, please just let me know. Or if you want to look over on my Instagram, I link a lot of baby bits and things over there that I'm using too, so I'll leave all of my socials down below. But the first item is the Next to Me crib, and this has been just a lifesaver because I love the fact that I can have Jonah literally right next to me in the bed. And the way it works is basically it is a bedside crib and it is adjustable, so you can have it at the same height as your mattress. So when I'm asleep at night, I can literally look across and see Jonah, which I love. It comes with straps that you can secure under your bed, and I just think it's very reassuring just to have him so close to me, but in a safe environment where he has his own bed, and we normally pop him in a sleep sack, and he seems to really like it in there. He goes down really well and settles really nicely in there. And then if in the morning he just wants a quick kiss, or I just want to hold his hand or something like that, he's right there, and I just love that he's so close to me. I'll try and link all of the products down below that I've used, so if you want to have a look into anything, I'll try and link all the items or as similar as I can down below. And I also just wanted to mention that if you found this video and you are a new mum yourself, or you're expecting, or you know someone that is, or even if you just want to watch, you'll probably know that baby things are so expensive. So many things that you need to buy for one little person, and when they're entering your life and you're a first time parent or carer, it can be overwhelming because there's such a big expense initially when you have a baby and you have to buy so many things for the first time. So I thought it was worth mentioning. Facebook Marketplace and Vinted have been amazing for me. We found some really good deals on there, and a lot of things, even though they've been secondhand, because they've been used often for somebody's baby who has maybe only used them for a few months, they've been in such good condition and they've been almost brand new condition. And our Next to Me crib was actually something that I did find on Facebook Marketplace, and brand new they can be over £100, but I think we paid about £40 for ours. And then I just bought a new mattress, new sheets, all that kind of thing, and then I just washed the fabrics. We made sure it was structurally sound, which of course it was, and yeah, we got it for a fraction of the price and it's been perfect. The next thing is our Tommee Tippee prep machine. Now, I'd heard mixed reviews about this. A lot of people seem to be for it, a lot of people seem to be very against it, and I think that that is probably down to individual babies and preferences. And initially I did have a worry that it might not work to sterilise the formula powder properly, but now that I've used it for the past 4 months, I am obsessed with it. I honestly wouldn't be without it. For us, it has just worked like a dream. We recently went on our first ever family holiday. I'll leave that linked down below as well. I did vlog it if you want to watch, but we took our prep machine with us and it's just a lifesaver. When you've got a brand new born baby and they're screaming their head off because they're hungry, it can feel like they go from happy baby just babbling away to queuing for food and then screaming within about 2 seconds. So sometimes, as much as you try your hardest, sometimes they will just decide that they're hungry and will be screaming and want a bottle, and obviously as a parent you want to do that as quick as you possibly can, and the prep machine has just resolved that for us. I think it's about 2 minutes. It can make a bottle at the perfect temperature for your baby, and we now have a station set up in our bedroom with the prep machine, the formula, all of that kind of stuff. I know that some people keep them in their kitchens, but it has just been a lifesaver. The next one is the Tommee Tippee Steriliser. So we began our journey with a Milton cold water steriliser, and we do still have that. I've packed it all away in our utility now, but I will just keep it just in case I need it again. But we personally just found that the solution was really irritating the skin on our hands, and we also found that Jonah was quite colicky, and we weren't sure if that was potentially a contributing factor using the Milton sterilising water to sterilise his bottles. So we did switch to the Tommee Tippee steam steriliser, and since then his colic has been way better, which obviously could be down to a whole bunch of different factors, but we do think the steriliser has helped because it just uses steam to sterilise his bottles, but as well for us as parents, I have found that it just saves me a lot of time. Rather than having to empty the water, fill it up, dry the bottles, that kind of thing, I just found that the steriliser, the steam one, we kind of run it once, maybe twice a day, and I just find it's really easy, it's really quick. It is a bit more expensive, but in the time it's saved me, I just think it's worth it for me personally. Another Tommee Tippee product actually is Pip the Panda, and you've probably seen these all over online, and you'll probably see them in Boots and big retailers like that because they're so popular. There is also Oliver the Owl, I think, and Pip the Panda. We have the travel version of Pip, and it's one of the first toys that Jonah has had and is really interacted with and really enjoyed, and we love it because we can strap it to his pram, we can strap it to his car seat, you can pop it basically anywhere you need to, really. It's so handy, but it's also I think quite comforting to him because it's so cute and soft, and it also has a variety of different sounds and lullaby music that it plays. It's USB chargeable and you can use it on the go, you can use it at home. Sometimes if I put him down for a nap, I'll just pop it next to him or nearby and just have it playing a lullaby, which he really likes, and it soothes him really nicely. So I think that one is definitely an essential for us. It's just helped so much to soothe him and relax him. The Pushchair is such a big purchase and probably one of your main purchases. And I remember when we began our search, we were completely in the dark with what we should go for. We really didn't know what would be best, what would work for us, I don't know, we just didn't know where to start. And in all honesty, I initially chose our Pushchair, our pram, because of I liked the look of it. It looked practical, I liked the colour of it, I thought it looked good, so we went for that. But it's turned out to be perfect. We actually got the Mamas and Poppers travel set, so I can't actually remember the name of the specific pram now, but I'll find it and leave it down below. But our set came with the bassinet that lays flat when they are brand newborn, and then it also has a chair which you can pop on instead, so it's kind of like as they get older the pram grows with them a bit. But yeah, it's just been really practical, lightweight, easy to use, easy to fold, easy to get in the car. Jonah seems to find it really comfortable, so yeah, really recommend that one, and like I say, I'll leave everything linked down below. The next one, as a first time mum, I found that this one is a little bit of a hack, and I found that it just helps so much. So part of Jonah's routine is that we have playtime and then we change him and then we give him his bottle, because after he's had his bottle I like to try and keep him upright for as long as possible, just to help with his colic and digestion. So that means I try and change him before I feed him. And when you are changing a hungry baby, not only are they super wiggly, but they just want to get it done and they just want to get their bottle. And we've had a couple of moments where I've just felt quite stressed and like I just really want to get him changed really quickly. And I found that zip up sleep suits are the best invention since sliced bread for us. They are just so much faster than faffing about with the poppers, and when you're feeling a bit stressed anyway, the poppers are just my arch enemy. I find that the zip up ones are just so much easier and faster, they're just so much better. So I'd recommend getting a good stock of those, and that's where something like Vinted comes in. I love to go on Vinted and I like to check the new with tags or the new without tags filter, and there are so many things on there that people have had surplus of when they've had their babies and that they're now ready to sell on, and you can find so many products for a fraction of the price that you would find in store. And like I say, you can filter it so that you can actually only search for the brand new items, and it's just been a lifesaver to be able to get enough of the products that we need at a fraction of the cost. In that same arena, we've found that having a really good quality cozy blanket has been just priceless, because Jonah likes to be snuggled up, he's a real cuddle bug, he just loves to be held and be with you, and we found that a really good quality cozy blanket has just helped him feel comfortable and secure. And we do have one which is from Next Home, and I think that's probably one of his favourites. There is also one that came as part of a gift, and it's just really soft and fluffy. I'm not sure what the brand is, but yeah, I'm a big blanket lover. I love to be cozy, and I think he's probably the same. So a good blanket is an absolute must for me. We've actually got loads around the house now. We've gone from having loads of adult blankets for me to now having an also huge range of baby blankets for Jonah. Whilst I was pregnant, I did a question sticker over on my Instagram, and I asked other mums and carers, parents, to share what their number one item was with their baby, which they've absolutely loved. And somebody recommended to me, I'm not sure how I pronounce it, I think the brand is Joie, but the Joie swing. And it's basically an electric swing which vibrates, it plays music, and it's kind of padded. So you can basically pop your baby in there and it just swings, and like I say, you can play music, it plugs in to your mains, and it's just been amazing. The very first few weeks Jonah wasn't too keen on it, but as he got a little bit bigger he's really enjoyed it. And we found that sometimes when he is struggling to get to sleep, or he's been quite agitated or a bit upset, popping him in his swing has just really calmed him down, and I think the movement just really helps him relax. And it's also a lifesaver because I can pop him in there, sit on the sofa next to him, know that he's safe, know that he's comfortable, and it just saves my arms and my back from holding him all the time, and I can have a cup of tea. And this is actually another item which can be quite expensive to buy brand new, but again, this is something that I found on Facebook Marketplace and bought off a lovely lady who is local to us. That's such a tongue twister. But again, it kind of all comes to pieces, so I could wash it all. I mean, it was clean anyway, but yeah, and it's almost like brand new, so that's another great Facebook Marketplace find. And the final item is my Mamas and Papa's maternity pillow. So I obviously used this a lot whilst I was pregnant. I used it majority of the time whilst I was in bed to help me feel comfortable and support my bump. But I've found that now, since I've had Jonah, it's also come in so handy when I've been feeding him. So I did breastfeed for a few weeks initially, and then we moved on to bottle feeding 24/7. And the way that I use the pillow is I rest it on my knee, and then I rest Jonah and my arm on top of it. And because it curves around my waist, it's just the perfect shaped cushion to be able to rest him on comfortably whilst I'm feeding in the bottle. And if I'm feeding him in bed, I normally use it and just keep it in my bedroom, and that just works really well for us. It's just those little things that can help you feel more comfortable that are just essential in those first weeks and months of having a newborn baby. So that is everything that was on my list. Like I say, I'm sure that there are so many other things that I might have missed, and there are other things that I could definitely talk about for a lot longer, but I didn't want to make this video too long. But if you have any items that you really love or that has really worked for you, please leave a comment down below and share them. Hopefully it might help any other mums so that we can share different ideas and things that have worked for different people and different babies. But I hope that this video has maybe helped you, and I hope that you have enjoyed watching. So if you haven't already, please hit that like and subscribe button. I do a lot of family content, a lot of travel. We have a few really fun travel videos coming up in the next few months actually. A lot of home, lifestyle, everything in between really. So I hope that you've enjoyed watching. Take good care of yourself, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!